Hi guys, how are you? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Delilah. Nice to meet you. I am currently down over 226 pounds. 120 of those pounds was done on my own prior to some medical diagnoses, which then led me to needing to continue my adventure with my homeboy, Mounjaro. Mounjaro is the G. This dude is down and he can be down for you too. I'm not jealous like that. You need to use my homie, go for it. I'm not a hater nor a gatekeeper. I still have an additional 130 pounds that I am trying to lose, more or less. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please feel free to subscribe and join the family around here. We are the Pickle Posse. I love pickles. I love you. So there you go. I have been dealing with a really bad headache, migraine sort of issue for the last couple weeks. It was gone for about 4 days and then it suddenly came back. I was finally yesterday ecstatic that my scalp wasn't sensitive and tender, but it is again. If you've ever dealt with that sensitivity, like physical sensitivity on your scalp from them, you'll understand why it is that it's really difficult to even have your hair up. It hurts really bad. So I don't know how long this is going to be able to be holding my hair back. I did as little as I could and just a tiny little, the little thingy is this big. See how little it is? It's tiny, tiny, tiny. And there's one in there that's holding the hair back and I'm hoping that it'll hold it back the whole video. So guys, we need to adjust a couple things really quick before stuff starts melting. I have a smorgasbord up here of things. I have my mixing cup, my mixer. So then I have 4 ounces of Fairlife protein milk. I have a water bottle. I brought my handy dandy 0 sugar ready whip. High protein coffee in the brand Chike. The flavor is chocolate peanut butter iced coffee. 2 scoops equals 1 dose. And that will make 20 grams of whey protein, 2 shots of espresso, and only 1 gram of sugar. I also add in 1 serving of Optifiber, which is a prebiotic fiber. This one is flavor-free, sugar-free, and gluten-free. Makes my life easier. So let's get this mixed. I literally just had it. So let's do this real quick. You guys, here it is. For those of you that were here on the live yesterday, David bought me a gift. For those of you that don't know, I am a coffee addict and I love ice. Okay, so the cylinder comes out and then look at that. Oh, shoot. Do you guys see? Hold on. Let's get it in before it falls. Do you guys see that? Look how much ice is in there. That is so cool. Okay. Isn't that so neat? Look how little and cute they are. I love them. Oh, I'm so excited. I can feel that. Oh, yeah, there we go. I knew I felt some more in there. The ones on the bottom are kind of harder to see because you can't tell that they're shiny because they're just so far down there. But isn't that awesome? I love it. I love it. Am I weird? Maybe. Do I care? Not really. Okay, so let's just put our iced coffee. You guys, look how freaking cute that is. And you know what would make this even more fun? If you made the ice out of whatever it is you were trying to put in there, right? So as they melted, your whatever you were making didn't become watered down. And I realize that this is a lot of work for some people. For me, it's just fun. I just think it's cute and it's fun. And I am gonna add on a serving of that. Hold on. That's awesome. That is so cute. I love it. I love how, oh, I love it. I need a straw, but that's okay. Did I lose weight this week? You guys, let's get down to it. Last week, we weighed in at 257.6 pounds. Also, Jen pointed out last week that she's noticing a trend that I have bigger losses every other week. I did not notice that, but once she said that, now I'm paying attention. Let's see if that happened today. You guys want to take a guess? Take a guess. Do you think I lost? Do you think I gained? Do you think I remained the same? What do you think happened this week? Go ahead and throw your guess in the comments down below. I'll give you a minute. Don't worry, I'll give you a minute. Okay, you ready? 255.2. So we lost weight. We lost 2.4 pounds this week. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens next week to see if what Jen noticed is in fact true. I think it's a pretty decent loss. I'm happy that I lost, so I'll take it. This little ice thingy is so cute. It is work, but it's cute. I love it. Did you guess right? Did you think I was going to lose, or did you think I was going to gain? Did you think I remained the same? What did you think? What did you think? So we're going to have to see if next week I have a bigger loss. This week, what am I grateful for? I am grateful for you, as always. I love this community more than I can even express. You guys are just the best ever. Yeah. And the other day we were talking about Dr. Now. By the way, do you guys remember when I went and bought, David and I went and bought a new shirt and pants or shorts each? And he actually got me a second shirt, and this one's it. But I feel like it's too small. Want to take a guess what size it is? It fits. But I'm a firm believer, just because you could squeeze into it doesn't mean it fits properly. You know what I mean? Like it's not your size. This is not my size yet. What it is it fits everywhere just pretty okay, except for my arms. Do you see that? It doesn't fit my arms right. It's a size large. A size large, you guys. In women's, not in men's. In women's, it's a size large. How is that possible? I have no idea. I have no clue. We were talking about Dr. Now, and somebody said Dr. Now has stickers, and they bought me Dr. Now stickers. They just got here while I was setting up to film. You guys, look. Dr. Now, I'm proud of you. The scale doesn't lie, people do. Always eat like you have an appointment with Dr. Now next month. Next month. You guys, these are so freaking cute. Oh, look. I love that he even says, I'm proud of you. I love it. There's no there's no protein in mashed potatoes. Oh, you guys. So true. I can hear it in his voice. I don't do voices. I don't do impersonations because I'm terrible at it. How y'all doing? And just so you guys know, I hate the word y'all. I don't know why that word bothers me so much. I have no idea why. Ugh, I hate it. Oh, look, here comes the tears. Dr. Now is too funny. I want to do some like commentary videos. I want to do live commentary videos with you guys, reviewing My 600 Pound Life and just some other shows. But I can't figure out how to do it. If you know how to do it, we figured out how to make the screen show, but I cannot figure out how to make the sound play. If you know how to do a live stream with an additional video as commentary, please help a sister out, because I have no clue how to do it. Everything that people were like everybody was helping me try to like Google it and stuff, and everything that they were saying just didn't work. I don't know if it was like because of the way that I originally set it up, or I don't know, but I have to figure it out, because I really would love to do that. It would be fun. You think you could do that? Oh, I love him. He's so funny. So chocolate is more important than you living. Oh, Dr. Now. I love how he's just so real. He's just so real. Like, sometimes I do feel like chocolate is more important than my life, but for the most part, no. And a lot of people think Dr. Now is mean. I don't think he's mean. I think he's been doing this for so many years. He gets it. How y'all doing? God, I hate the word y'all. Cake is not part of your diet. This one is for me. Cake is not part of your diet. No truer words, Dr. Now. No truer words. I'm proud. I like that they have I'm proud of you in here. Say after me. Protein. Oh shoot, I almost dropped it. Dr. Now said, I saw that. I saw that. He said, you're not gonna starve. Sometimes I do feel like I'm starving and I don't know why. Why do you eat so much? Dr. Now, I am learning that I eat so much because it's comforting. And I don't know how to deal with my emotions. But I'm trying to learn. That's why I go to therapy. That's why I see a therapist who specializes in disordered eating therapies. That's what I'm working on, Dr. Now. I am trying to stop eating my emotions away. That's awesome. I would totally wear a shirt with Dr. Now's face like that. Tell me about your eating habits. Well, Dr. Now, my eating habits in the past were very poor. I often ate no protein during the day. I would skip breakfast and lunch and usually just eat dinner. And that dinner would usually be like a box of macaroni and cheese or some fettuccine Alfredo with no protein, just the pasta and the sauce, maybe some vegetables in there because I like the taste, but usually no protein. I would have a lot of alcohol, a lot of alcohol. There were times where I would have 6 cupcakes, maybe a box of snowballs. Do you guys know what snowballs are? Snowballs are those like chocolate cakes with like cream filling and then a marshmallow dome with coconut flakes. I love those. I would eat just potato chips, popcorn, snacks. I snacked a lot. I snacked all day, but I didn't eat real food. And it would be rare if I ate actual food, like real whole food. It was very rare. You could have easily lost 30 pounds this month. Now, a lot of people will say that Dr. Now is unrealistic and, you know, how do you expect people to do that? When you're 700 pounds, 30 pounds in a month is not unrealistic. I am pretty sure that at least half of that weight, even if not 25, 20, 25, even probably 30 pounds is water weight. And that is very easy to release when you are that size. Even for me, right now, being almost 300 pounds, I could probably lose 20 pounds in a month and it be almost all water weight. In the past, you know, not right now because I don't have a lot of inflammation right now. I don't have a lot of that going on because I do eat pretty clean for the most part. I subscribe to the 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of the food that I put into my body is that of a healthy source. It's nutrient dense food. It's, you know, whole foods, it's fruits, vegetables. Fruits is on the bottom of my list, right? That's the last thing I have, but I'll have like chicken breast or ground beef or a steak or, you know, something like that. And then I'll have vegetables. And then if I'm really wanting something sweet, I do my best to just go for a piece of fruit, right? But you guys know that I do love coffee. I do drink protein coffee almost every day. Not every day, but almost every day. Got these little ice cubes. To chew on them is so good. I know I often complain that I have temperature sensitive teeth, and that's true, but I still like to chew on ice. So the difference in the way that I once ate and the way that I eat now is worlds apart. And my body just doesn't have as much inflammation to release the way that it once did. I think right now it does because that's what's going on with my head and that's why I have such a migraine. I don't know, but I haven't been having as bad of back issues lately, so I think a lot of that has released and I'm pretty okay with that. Another one, you're not gonna starve. But Dr. Now, sometimes I do feel like I'm gonna starve, even though realistically I'm not. I know that, but sometimes I feel like I'm gonna. Dr. Now has a cowboy hat. He's in Houston, so. Oh my God. Oh my, this one is going on my refrigerator right now. Dr. Now is a Look at him as a homie. This is hilarious. What does it say on his head? It says, how y'all doing? Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. Let me put that one to the side. He sees you when you're eating. He knows when you've got snacks. Oh, goodness. This is funny. Dr. Now has a halo of flowers. So who is the enabler here? In my life, my enablers were everybody who was around me because nobody said anything. Nobody tried to intervene. Would I have listened? I don't know. But when I went at my lowest adult weight, I was 235 pounds when I moved here to Texas. David and I were working out regularly. We were eating low carb. We were eating really well because David had been told he was pre-diabetic and we wanted to control that. So I controlled it by the way that we ate. And I wasn't going to have him eating a certain way and me not participating with him. So we both ate low carb. I lost 115 pounds in 5 months. And then I had a traumatic event happen. When that happened, I gained back every single pound that I lost and doubled that. So I went from being 235 pounds to 483 pounds in less than a year. And nobody said anything. It was just me and David here. I don't have family here. It was just me and him. At that time, I was working in the office, so I did see coworkers regularly. Nobody said anything. Nobody said, Delilah, are you okay? Nobody said, do you need to talk? Nobody said, I think you might need to start going to therapy. Nobody said anything about the way that I was eating. And maybe they didn't say something because they were afraid to offend me. Maybe they didn't say anything because it's for a while was so widely accepted that you can be 400, 500, 600 pounds and be perfectly healthy. I wasn't perfectly healthy. I may not have yet started having, blood work that was showing things going on in my body yet, but I wasn't healthy. I wasn't mentally healthy, and that's why I was eating my sorrow away. I was eating the hurt and the pain away, and I was doing it quickly, and I was slowly putting myself in the grave. And nobody said anything. I didn't even notice. I knew what I was doing. Like when I really sat there and thought about it, I knew what I was doing. But I didn't notice how quickly I was gaining all that weight. I knew I wasn't fitting in my clothes as much anymore, but I wasn't acknowledging what was happening to me. And I hope that if that were to ever happen again, somebody would say something. I would hope somebody would say something. But this time around, the changes, I'm convinced will be permanent. Not necessarily because of the GLP-1, but because my mindset has changed. Even prior to starting Mounjaro, my mindset changed. I knew I had to start working in here before I could work on everything else. I knew that. So I was in therapy. I was going to group therapy every day, Monday through Friday. For the first time I went, it was 6 hours a day. The second time I went, it started out 6 hours a day and then it goes down to 4 hours a day, right? So you did a few months at 6 hours, then you did it the next couple of months at 4 hours, and then eventually you just go to once a week. But not there, like you go one-on-one once a week. And then I had another episode about a year later, and I was back in there again for, another 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that time something clicked. I was tired of not being able to function. I was tired of no longer finding joy in anything at all. At all. Nothing brought me joy. And I used to find joy in the smallest things. I love lights. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not lights like, like bulbs, but I love lights. I love, love, love. I love to see the stars. I love to see like Christmas lights. You know how when people decorate their houses with lights? I love to see that. I love to see when people do like light artwork, I love that. And David, he knows how much I love it. So often, even to this day, like when Christmas time comes around, he'll surprise me and he'll be like, hey, let's go get, I need to go to the gas station. Come with me. And okay, so we'll go together. And then he ends up taking me to a neighborhood that he saw one day while he was working. And they have these incredible light displays, right? And he does that to me to this day. And that means so much to me. But even then, I didn't care. I didn't find any joy in it. And I was tired of no longer having any joy at all in anything. Nothing brought me happiness. Not even food. And food has always been what brings me happiness. And it wasn't even doing that for me anymore. And I knew something had to change. And I was able to lose 120 pounds. And I've been able to keep it off. 115 of those pounds I've been able to keep off for over 2 years. Even before I started Mounjaro, I had been able to keep off 115 pounds for over a year by myself. By myself. And that was not something I would have ever been able to have done before. I have lost over 100 pounds so many times in my life and always gained it back very quickly. And this time around, it's different. And I couldn't lose another pound after 120. I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what was happening. I just knew that I couldn't. So what are we grateful for this month? We are grateful for you. I am grateful for this community. You guys are the best ever. And that's how I got the Dr. Now stickers, because of you guys, and you guys are amazing. And I appreciate it so much. Felicia, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. And it's very, very kind of you. Thank you. And often David and I will just be sitting here talking and, just like catching up on our days, right? And I often will bring up just how much I adore you guys and just how grateful I am to have you guys. And I don't think I can ever express it in words. I really don't. I really, really, truly don't. And I'm very excited that I get to have you guys in my life. What else am I grateful for? I am grateful. You know what? I'm grateful for my health. The things that I am beginning to notice is incredible. This time last year, I was dying. Let me tell you, I just went through 2 rounds of iron infusions. Weighing on this scale that keeps track of everything was 391.7. And I am now at 341.9. Even though I weighed far more than that. Okay, look. This rock, see the up house? Isn't it so cute? This rock just brings me so much happiness. Yes, I know it's supposed to go outside. It's supposed to be a garden rock, but I don't care. It makes me happy. So it lives next to my computer. It's the little things. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you, it's the little things that can make your day just so much better. First things first, the first things I noticed was what a difference my hair has encountered. Oh, the hair. And this year, the way that I feel is incredibly different, you guys. I can't even explain it. Cannot explain it. But I'm so grateful for the health that I am starting to recover. And I was doing the math the other day, and for me to use Mounjaro every single month, if I pay every month, which I do because I can only get a month supply at a time right now, I pay $25 a month. After 12 months, that's $300 for the year. Not everybody can afford that. I get that. But I'm so grateful that $25 a month is something that I can do. It is something that I can do. And I'm grateful for that because not everybody can. I do have multiple medications that cost me, like my copay is $30 a month. Mounjaro is one. I have five. I have five medications that cost me $30 every month. Every single one of them has a manufacturer coupon now. So I don't pay anything for the other four meds. It drops my copay down to $0 a month. Only Mounjaro gets dropped down to $25 a month, which helps because it's still $5 off every single month. And that still saves me $60 a year, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. It adds up, and I am grateful for that. So I am grateful that I have been able to not be financially impacted by the medication that I take. I'm grateful for coffee. I'm grateful for David. I know I don't always say it, but I'm very grateful that he is so understanding of what I go through now. And he tries his best to be compassionate and caring about it all. And that means a lot to me. And I'm grateful for my new little ice gadget because it's fun. I like it. It's fun. Yeah. So that's what I'm grateful for this month. Next week, we'll get back to coloring. This week, I don't have the mental capacity to do it. And that's just the truth. Also, there's something I've been meaning to say for a while. Because honestly, sometimes I truly just forget a few important things. First, I often forget that you cannot read my mind. You're not in here, so you don't know what I'm thinking. You don't know what it is I'm trying to say, and I need to better articulate those things verbally. Second is that I get so passionate, desperate almost, to help people break free from the grip of disordered eating, that sometimes I talk like there's only one clear path forward, which clearly is not true. The truth is that there isn't a single path. What triggers me might not trigger you. What heals you might not heal me. But wouldn't it be absolutely amazing if healing was just equal across the board? If we could all just follow the same steps and find freedom at the same time in the same way. But that's not how any of this works. Although I really wish it did. What I do believe is this. What works for me might help someone out there. And what works for you, that might help someone else too. That's why I hope you will always keep sharing your experiences, your wins, your lessons, your struggles, because someone else who's watching you might need exactly that. I truly hope that you find what works for you. Something that doesn't break you down, but builds you up. Something that brings you closer to feeling whole and not further away. Because that's what this is all about. Not perfection, not control, not punishment, but healing, freedom, and being fully and beautifully you. I would love to know all about how your week is going. Did you have any victories this week? Your ups, your downs, your ins and your outs. You already know I just want to be there to support you the way that you support me. I'd love to hear all about it in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and leave an ice cube emoji in the comments down below. Let me know you've made it this far. And I will see you guys soon, okay? I'm giving you your digital hugs. Bye.